Leah, I want to turn to you. How much vetting is done of the people who are going to tell their stories on your show? Is that something, do you have people who have to sort of make them prove their stories?
So what do you want to do? Prove it to me? You know, so there is no vetting. I go take their word for it.
And legal will let you get away with that?
Well, they have to, because they're my people.
No, Leah Remini didn't vet her people. A&E didn't vet her people either. Topping the list of Remini's people is her co-host, Mike Rinder, expelled a decade ago for corruption, incompetence, lying, laziness, and violence. Rinder, a known abuser of women, viciously assaulted his wife, requiring surgery and leaving her with a permanent disability. When she went to speak to him about their cancer-ridden son and his dying mother he abandoned. Of course, violence isn't Mike Rinder's only stock in trade. He is also a suborner of perjury and a chronic liar. In a court deposition, Rinder admitted under oath that he lied to the leader of the church more times than he could count.
You believed you were a liar?
Correct.
Okay, you believed you had lied about many things, correct?
To him, yes.
And you've told him lies on dozens of occasions?
Oh, I have no idea.
Hundreds of occasions?
I just said I have no idea.
You can't quantify in any way by estimate?
No, I can't.
Mike Rinder was dismissed from the Church of Scientology for his constant lying to the leader of the religion. Outside the church, Rinder found he couldn't hold a job. After several failed attempts at employment as a car salesman and other odd jobs, Mike Rinder discovered the only way he could make money was lying about his former religion. And here he is today, being paid by A&E. He has no other job but to lie. Then there's the husband and wife team, both also expelled from the church. She, a malicious opportunist. He, a bullier of women and an embezzler. In a desperate attempt to make money, they filed twin frivolous lawsuits, which backfired when both were repeatedly thrown out of federal court, and the couple ordered to pay the church over $42,000. And there's the prostitute, who claimed to have slept with 1,000 men in 1 decade alone. This woman's credibility is so bad, a Superior Court judge declared her testimony not credible, untruthful, false, conflicting, exaggerated, and evasive. Speaking of not credible, here's another member of Remini's posse, an adulteress who abandoned her child from an earlier marriage and never told her youngest son about his now 40-year-old half-brother from that union. Remini also features a vicious bully who had been under scrutiny by the FBI in a stock manipulation scandal. A man with a hair-trigger temper who for years physically threatened his wife, daughters, in-laws, and co-workers, and repeatedly assaulted his late twin brother, and then absconded with his brother's inheritance money after his death. And finally, there's this dysfunctional family. The mother, an anger case expelled from the church 35 years ago, along with her racist and philandering husband. And their son, a psychotic who became so incited after watching Leah Remini promote hate on TV, he threw a hammer through a plate glass window of the U.S. headquarters of the Church of Scientology. While in mental lockdown, he threatened to assassinate the leader of the church. He was issued a criminal restraining order and was convicted and jailed for a felony hate crime. Then, unbelievably, after inciting these crimes, Leah Remini and A&E, knowing full well what he had done, bring this convicted criminal onto her show so that Remini can applaud and praise him. This is the dream team of false witnesses, whose long discredited stories Leah Remini uses to whip up hate. Even after the Church of Scientology gave A&E full and detailed documentation on the backgrounds of each and every one of them, Remini, A&E, the production company, and all of their lawyers knowingly disregarded the truth and didn't include any of it. because they know that their hateful and incendiary so-called reality show is an utter fraud.